Morning, YouTube. Out here doing a little bit of fishing with some new rod holders that I made. Might actually be getting a bite on this big guy right here. Don't know yet. We'll see here in a little bit. But anyways, just in case you're wondering, this is Michael Giles with Pitbull Outdoorsman. I haven't done a video in a while, and I know I really need to keep up on these things, but it's been pretty busy at work, and my son's coming up on his 1-year-old, so it's kind of difficult sometimes. But anyways, so this morning I want to talk about my fishing rod holders that I made. Excuse me if the camera just goes flying into my pocket if I get a good bite. So anyways, I made these out of 5/16 rod steel, and I took a bunch of 1/4-inch bolts, sorry, not bolts, chain links, okay? And I just tried to cut them in half. We have a special tool at work, but you could use bolt cutters just the same. And then I welded them into 3 different positions. One on the very top, one in the middle, and then one on the lower position, depending on weather as well as water movement. Because everybody knows that if you have a lot of water movement, such as this right here, we have good movement going on this morning because of this nice brisk wind. So instead of having this bad boy all the way at the top, standing straight up, where the wind could make it bounce a little bit, I put it down in the middle one, which gave it a little bit of an angle to actually take away some of the inertia. See, that's what I was saying. I might be getting a bite, or it might just be because of the wind and the water. Not really sure yet, so waiting on a big one to tell me. Did a very simple weld across the side, one on each side, tack on both sides on the top ring, and then a weld going all the way around full surface. The rods are about 3 feet long, but depending on what you want, you can make them 5 feet long or 6 feet long, whatever. Chain link, you can, or chain, you can get it just about anywhere. Your Hardware Hank, your Baumgars, Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever you like. Not that hard to come by. Most Menards and Home Depots will carry the rod as well. And then if you go to your local weld shops, or know anybody that has a welder, or you have a welder yourself, these things aren't hard to make. And then just took a simple angle grinder and cleaned up underneath to give it a little bit of a point to help, we're sticking it in the ground. Now this is just version 1. I'll probably make a couple more and try to see if I can make it a little bit better. One of the suggestions that a buddy of mine made was, weld a flat piece right here and then have these going down further. That way you could take a hammer and stake it into harder ground, which is a good idea. But then you're at the point, then you don't have the ability to stick it way up at the top. Well, then he had an answer for that too. He said just put a couple pieces on the end of whatever the round, square piece, whatever have you. And then you got that covered too. So that's an idea. But right now, for this kind of softer, muddier ground, it works just fine for what I need it for. But yeah, that's just my little Sunday hint of what you could do for going fishing. Hunting season is coming up, and I know a lot of guys out there are extremely excited about that. So please be careful out there, especially, you got bow season in October here in Iowa, and then it goes right into the middle of it is shotgun, which honestly scares me sometimes because you never know what's going to happen. And then you got pheasant season too that starts up at the end of October. So it's kind of weird sometimes. So please be careful out there. Watch out for your fellow man. Let's be safe while we're hunting. And just remember that no matter what, you have to look out for other people. Be sure of your shot. Be sure of what is beyond your shot. That's what prevents accidents. Being smart and doing the right thing. Taking your kids out, teaching them the right things. Joining a hunting club or going to a hunter class and learning proper techniques. Those are things that are going to help you to be safe out there and have fun. I enjoy fishing. I haven't got a bite and I've been out here for an hour. But I absolutely love being outside. I love being at the water's edge. I love being hunting. That's just me though, But we got to make it enjoyable for everybody. We got to give people less reason to say, oh, well, we don't need to hunt. People are dying when they're hunting because of these accidents. We don't need to give people excuses on why we shouldn't be allowed to hunt or anything else. We need to do whatever we can to try to be the safest we can be. So enough of my ranting. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you took something from it. If you got any comments, concerns, or thoughts, please let me know. And please, any ideas that you have for any video that you want me to try, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do any video you guys put out there. This is Michael Giles with Pitbull Outdoorsman. Go outside and enjoy the outdoors. God bless.